Okay. Did you know that the nature surrounding Sarajevo, a city in Bosnia and Herzegovina, is called Sarajevo's lungs? I absolutely understand why a forest would be called lungs now, because this definitely sounded like an inhale. Sarajevo's lungs refers to the mountains surrounding the city, primarily Trebević and Igman, which are significant natural areas that provide clean air, recreation, and connection to nature. These green spaces offer relief from the city's severe air pollution, acting as a vital ecological resource for Sarajevo. During my stay in this beautiful city, I decided to hike the Mount Trebević all the way from the city center to the top. This is a video about my journey. So we are hiking the Mount Trebević. I just got through the residential area. I have goats. This is the trail so far. This is usually where the gondola goes. I think that's where you get off. I'm excited to finally go for a hike. Haven't gone for a hike in a very long time. Bike path for the bravest ones. Oh, look, the sun is starting to come out. They have a little welcome sign here. I cannot believe I'm walking in an actual bobsled. This is probably the coolest thing I've done in a very long time. This is insane. At the 1984 Games, there were over 30,000 bobsleigh spectators. After the Winter Olympics, the track was used for World Cup competition until the tragic Bosnian War took place in the early 90s. The track was damaged as a result of siege of Sarajevo, but has since been in process of restoration. It is now a major part of hiking trail to Mount Trebević and an iconic place to walk or bike through. The trail still leads next to a bobsled. It sounded like the forest was breathing. Oh, it's amazing. The sound of the trees when the wind picks up, I feel like that's one of my favorite sounds. I don't know in what universe would this hike be 7.5 hours, the full loop. Granted, I did take some stops. I stopped a little bit at the bobsled, but I've been walking for over 2 hours, and I'm maybe like 1/3 to the actual top, let alone coming down. And this whole loop was supposed to be 7.5. The sun is out. I am not gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired. So maybe I'll do a little pit stop at the next viewpoint, which should be soon. There's no way I'm not doing the full thing though. If I come home at midnight, so be it, you know. But at least I'm alone. I ran into one person so far. Two people. So that's kind of nice, starting early. But when the gondolas start running, it's gonna get packed. All right, we have made it to Vidikovac, which is where the gondola drops you off. You can see there's a little gondola here. They have like a little rectangle here, photos. It's a turd. I will say this, if you're not comfortable hiking alone, this is the trail you can absolutely do alone. Or if you want to get into hiking, because first of all, pretty much majority of it is paved. It's super chill. there's cell reception everywhere. I just walked by the drop-off point for the gondolas, and they have restaurant and cafes and stuff like that. And now I'm like, I don't like that I'm descending right now because I took so long to ascend, which means that I'll have to ascend again. Don't like this. But there are several trails, there's even steps. I mean, this is pretty chill. This is a vibe. So why am I descending? I don't like that. Anyway, go hike. So you have several ways to get to the top. You can do the Via Ferrata. Sarajevo bobsled over there. And I will do this one. Okay. I still have 2.5 hours to go. Fucking hell. I think I'm gonna sit here for a bit. It's extremely green. I'm always fascinated by how giant the roots of a tree are. Such a slim tree, but look at the roots. Man, this is just crazy. Let's see. Holy hell. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. I'm very impressed by you, sir. I'm so sorry you have fallen. You seemed like a really cool tree. You see the markings everywhere. This trail is very clearly marked. I guess here, since they have bike paths over there, this is the walking path. And I guess the bikes go over there, and that's where the walking is. I guess you could mountain bike here. You can see the little illustration tells you. So it's forbidden for motorcycles and pedestrians over here. So this is like the downhill for bicycles. So we will, in video, go there. Okay, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Doesn't feel like 15 minutes has passed, but let's go. This is tourist path. So this is what you would take if you didn't want to go through all of this, you know? But I'm going through the shrubs. And we continue. I am 15 minutes away from my first stop, which is where I'll have some food. Okay. I think I'm gonna cry. I'm not even at the top yet, but I had to stop here and look at the trees, they're moving. Oh my god, it is. Yeah. Path is really gorgeous. Alright, we are currently 45 minutes away from the top. this is the only part so far that might be challenging for some, but just watch your step and just don't step on slippery rocks. Okay, right before the top there are some pretty steep parts, so let's see. Okay, it's getting a little challenging. I'm a bit out of breath, so I decided to track back a little and come to the tourist path. When I was at the top, the wind gusts are pretty strong. They're about 45 to 55 kilometers per hour. I think in about an hour they will be 65, 75. And I just didn't feel safe standing all exposed on the mountain with slippery rocks and wind gusts, where the only way down the mountain is falling off a cliff. So I backtracked maybe like 2 minutes and decided to walk the last kilometer up on this path just to be safe. I'm not like wearing proper like mountain hiking shoes, you know, so I knew this was not going to be that much of a difficult hike. So I put on my running shoes, but so, you know, better to be safe than sorry. I am getting a little tired. Been walking for a while. Feels like I'm not equipped to be walking there with such gusts. So I am making my way down. It was pretty crazy at the top. I actually had to hold on to something twice because the wind gust was so strong that it moved me. Like my feet were just like not gravity. Never heard of her. So I had to hold on to this thing. Now I'm going down, making my way down. I am not sure which direction will I go, but yeah. So I will go find a spot to eat and chill and sit down, because I thought I was gonna be able to chill at the top more, but it was too windy, man. My eyes were hurting. So yeah, I honestly can't believe how silent it is here. Like the treetops not moving at all, not a single breeze. And literally right around the corner is when I almost jumped off the mountain without a parachute. Maybe these braids could have helped, I don't know. Still, what a view. Seems as though there is a little, well, not a little, quite huge bicycle jump thingy. I actually have the need for beer. I think I deserve one, so. Here I come, dear. Cheers, everyone.